So one big problem that Wuthering Waves had during version 1.0 was the fact that they couldn't really see out updates very well. Now, obviously, this was a big issue in most of the updates, being that, you know, the first update was so jam-packed with a ton of stuff that the other update afterwards, or I mean the phases of, you know, one update, felt very, very different, and, you know, one felt very, you know, full of stuff and one felt very lackluster. But it seems like Wuthering Waves have absolutely turned that over, with them actually teasing some of the new events coming to version 2.0 to the second phase. And well, honestly, it does absolutely improve a lot of what's going on in the game and kind of keeps people playing for longer. So we're going to be going through all of these events, talking about why they're so useful, talking about how they're going to keep a lot of the players playing the game, and why this is such a good move from Kuro Games. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy it, and also go to Game Service, use my code CASA where you can get yourself 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. Definitely recommend going over that. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff. So yeah, I'll be down the link in the description below, and yeah, let's get back into the video. So this is a page that actually got released just a couple of hours ago, pretty much talking about the upcoming events in Wuthering Waves version 2.0, and they say, here is a compilation of the events, don't miss out. And pretty much they have all of this kind of stuff, which again, already is a big bonus. I don't think that they even made any kind of promo for the second phase, apart from some promo for the, you know, other character. And it's good to see that they've actually done a little bit of advertising for this version, because a lot of the time they don't, you know, they just miss out and they just go, here's a new character, by the way, or here's a rerun banner, here's a 4-star. That's about it. Whereas this, they've actually gone into much detail on what they're actually adding to the game, and it seems almost like an entirely new version release, which again is really, really cool. So I can go down to the first event, which we can try out whenever the update actually goes live. Well, you've got the story is the night companion story. Now, obviously, this is a companion story for Roacha, and obviously this is going to keep people very involved in the game, especially if you're someone who likes a story, as we had the main story, which has just happened, and also the Carlotta story quest, or the companion quest, sorry, which again was also a massive success with people. So hopefully the Roacha story can provide a little bit more clarity to her character, because again, we still don't know that much about her. Although she was in the main story quite a bit, we didn't really go into any of her past, anything like that, or what, you know, she's actually like, which again will be very, very interesting, and hopefully this will help to, you know, boost banner sales and everything like that whenever people know what kind of character she is and whether people should like her or not. But again, I do think this is really, really great, because again, it adds something for people to do, and hopefully a lot of people will enjoy this companion story, because it seems like a pretty decent one. I think Roacha seems like a pretty entertaining character to do a story quest with, so hopefully a lot of people do enjoy that, and I'll definitely, you know, give my feedback whenever I do complete it. Then we go on to this new event called the Dances for Spring's Return. Now, obviously we know about this one for a little while, but I really think this is a great event just because of the fact that they've actually held off and like kind of timed it perfectly. This is an event which you can do where you can invite one companion to join you in the event every day. After the invitation, you can claim the corresponding rewards on the event page. Complete all invitations to claim Sanhua's exclusive outfit, Exorcist Adjuration, which again is really, really cool. I think that adding a Sanhua skin in the second phase definitely gives people an incentive to keep playing and keep going, and actually, you know, keep going over until version 2.1, because they've got a lot of stuff to do. Obviously they've got the companion quest already, and now they've got a companion invitation like login event with a free skin. Honestly, that would actually be enough to keep me coming in. Obviously it is a login event, meaning that people are going to have to log in. You can't just like do it in one day and be like, okay, I'm done. You actually have to log in to get some of these rewards, and you also get some really cool stuff as well, like Crystal Solvent, which can help you out, you know, if you're still struggling to build your Carlotta, which you know, isn't my problem at the moment because my Carlotta is fully built, but you know, some people obviously do as well. So you get even more really cool rewards, which again, I do think they've actually held off perfectly. I think Kuro Games have done the right thing here, although a lot of people weren't very pleased with it at the start, saying that why do we have to wait for a full temple until phase 2? I feel like it was a good idea, because again, now we get a full temple. You get asteroids will be sent via in-game mail on the 29th of January, which again is great, and obviously this will help people with their pools for Roacha, but I think that is a really good idea just to kind of spread out the rewards a little bit so that it doesn't just feel like all too top heavy. And I think that's the main point of this video, is the fact that Kuro Games haven't just like loaded everything to phase 1 and been like, here's a ton of rewards, and you know, take all of these rewards and stuff like that, and events and all this different stuff. Whereas in fact they've actually gone, okay, let's spread it out a little bit so that people can actually, you know, enjoy it a little bit better. And I feel like this is a much better way of doing it, because again, people are going to get very excited to get this temple and maybe even like get back into the game again if version 2.0 kind of, you know, threw them off, which again, I don't think it would, because obviously the story was absolutely amazing, but hey, some people have some different opinions about it. So again, we keep going to the John Victorio, which again, I'm pretty sure that's a reference, but okay. And then it says no depths for old men, which again, I think is also another reference. Again, that's really cool. And they got a, yeah, it's pretty much a featured combat event. It says enter a spherical sphere to battle waves of enemies within a set set time limit with the aid of unique buffs. Now, I don't know exactly what this is going to be like. I don't know if this is going to be like the, you know, pincer maneuver kind of event or anything like that, where you just kind of fight waves of enemies and things like that. That's what they're saying here, that you do fight waves of enemies, but maybe it's a little bit different. Obviously, Wuthering Waves have been a little bit lacking in terms of combat events, like interesting ones, because a lot of the ones we've had so far are literally just wave things that come at you, or, you know, boss rushes, things like this, which are a little bit, you know, I don't really like it that much, and I feel like there could be a more creative way of getting people involved in the combat. But honestly, it's not the end of the world. I do just like, you know, going in there, getting my ass right, and getting the hell out of there, because again, you know, who doesn't like some free pulls? So again, I'm very happy with that. I feel like this combat event will be very, very good, and I feel like a lot of people would enjoy, you know, playing it. Obviously, we've got Lollo's campaign, which is back. Lollo's campaign has actually been like a pretty decent event, I'd say. It comes out pretty much every, you know, other update, which is really, really nice to see, and it just gives you free awards. You know, you don't really have to do much gameplay. I mean, obviously, you have to collect some stamps and things like that to actually manage to get a roll on it, but it's not really hard at all, and you're not really, like, you know, going out of your way to collect anything that badly. So again, it's really nice just of a way to get some free rewards and just get 400 asteroid, 5 lustrous tide, and some other stuff as well, which can help you out, which honestly, I think that's great, and I feel like it is a very good addition, you know, to the game, and it's something that I'm always pleased to see, you know, pop up. And then we go over to Pincer Maneuver Warriors, which obviously some people weren't happy about. Some people weren't so happy that the fact that, you know, it's being added again, especially after the kind of negative feedback it got. But honestly, I don't think it's the end of the world. I feel like, again, it's one of those events where I just go in, get the asteroid, and then get the hell out. But I think what a lot of people want is, you know, an event that they can actually get properly immersed into and, you know, also get rewards from it. I feel like, you know, that would be much better for the future, and if they can think of like better kind of combat events that will be exciting but also give you good rewards like this, then I feel like, you know, it'll be much better, and I feel like a lot more people will be much more receptive to an event like this. So again, Pincer Maneuver Warriors is out, but again, not very many people are happy. Now, obviously, we've got the Bountiful crescendo as well. I'm pretty sure we just had one, like, recently for the echoes. I forgot what it's called. It's like the other one. So at the moment, we're getting a boost on echo drops, and then also now we're getting a boost on resonator potions, you know, echo XP, weapon XP, shell credits, things like that, which will be happening on the 6th of February. So again, we can definitely, you know, expect to see that, which is very exciting. Now, obviously, you can keep moving on. And yeah, this is pretty much it. We've got the, you know, Roacha banner that's out as well, with the characters Yohu, Dungeon, and Yuan Wu all on this banner. Again, I feel like it's a pretty good roster. I feel like I think this is the first time that Yohu's been on the banner since she came out, which again is exciting for a lot of people. But yeah, I feel like Roacha is a very, very decent looking character. Obviously, we got to try her out in the actual story stuff, and we pretty much just got to try her out in like combat, everything like that, which was pretty fun, to be fair. I feel like her kit was very smooth and just enjoyable overall. So again, I definitely wouldn't blame you if you pull for her. Like me personally, I'm not going to be pulling for her just because I don't really care too much about her or her character design or anything like that. I know she's like supposed to be like the most like meta unit for a camellya user, but to be honest, I'm okay with my Sanhua at the moment. I don't think it's going to do anything that crazy for me. So again, you know, I definitely recommend pulling on Roacha if you are looking for a really good support on camellya and you're looking to kind of main your camellya, because I feel like, you know, she is going to help you get the most damage possible. But for me, you know, I'm not too like bothered about how much damage my camellya does. She already does quite a bit, so again, it doesn't really matter to me. But I can see why a lot of people do want to pull on her. Now, obviously, as well, we've got the Jinshi rerun, which I feel like might be a bigger banner than the Roacha banner, because a lot of PS5 players are going to be coming over and actually pulling on this, because Jinshi obviously still is a meta character to this day. She does a ton of damage, and a lot of people are going to be very excited to get her. Not just the people that from PS5, or some of the other platforms that are new that have come over for rinascita, but also just some of the other people as well that maybe missed out on it in, you know, previous updates, maybe just didn't get that 50-50, something like that. So again, there's going to be quite a lot of sales on these banners, I'm pretty sure, more than a lot of people would expect. So I'm very excited to see what, you know, that's going to be like. And then obviously the weapons are here as well, and I think a lot of people might be pulling on the Ages of Harvest, because also a very, very good weapon. But also we can keep going down to some version 2.0 limited time bundles, which I think is a very, very good idea. I feel like, you know, again, this really helps out a lot of the free-to-play players that maybe, you know, want a good bundle to actually do with some of the pools in Astrite. And these are actually reset every single character banner, which I think is really, really cool, and they can only be purchased once every single release. So again, I think that's actually a really, really good idea from them, and I can't wait to see that being added into every single character banner that comes out. because I think it just helps out a lot of people as well, because you can just be like, oh, I'll just get the quick bundle here, which is like a little bit cheaper. Again, I did that for Carlotta. And then also we got some other kind of bundles as well, which I'm pretty sure are the same thing. And that's pretty much all the updates. So overall, it seems like the version 2.0 update looks like a very promising and actually not exactly jam-packed, but not content dry. So again, I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with the companion story and whether people are going to be excited over this and how much hype this actual update is going to generate, because I feel like they've actually added way more stuff in here than they have in previous phase 2 kind of like patches and things like that, which is very exciting to see. And hopefully we do see this happen in the future in other updates as well. But overall, very good update. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think that, you know, you're going to be pulling for Roacha? What event are you most looking forward to? Me personally, it's the Sanhua one, obviously, because I do want the skin. It'll be very cool. And obviously, you know, I can use it alongside my camellya. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you're most excited for. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys did enjoy this video. And also good to game subs, use my code CAZO and get yourself 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.